So I started in the IT and technology sector a couple of years ago now, working for a recruitment company. I'm working very much with Cap Gemini as a sort of client-supplier relationship. So I made the internal change and move over to the dark side about just over a year ago now. So I'm working fully within Cap Gemini. So I think the best way for a young hopeful to join Cap Gemini would be on either our apprenticeship scheme. So we've got one that's directly related to advanced apprenticeships, so those who've joined from GCSE level, and then also a higher apprenticeship, which is a sort of a longer term apprenticeship with a sponsored degree, and those are more aimed at those who've done sort of level 3, so either BTECs, A-levels, as well as their GCSEs before that. For our apprentices, we're looking not necessarily for experience, because generally they tend to be quite younger and inexperienced straight from school. So we're really looking more for passion in IT and really wanting to go down the route as maybe a software engineer or an application consultant, and they're more intrigued about how technology is around us and how it's used and how businesses can use it. Because ultimately that's how we work with businesses. With our graduates, they can come in with any degree background, but again they need to have an interest in technology, because we're looking more at their sort of problem solving skills, their client focus skills, and how they work with others and teams as well. For an apprentice applying, sort of the main 3 things we would look for are probably good communication skills, because they're going to have to work in teams internally and externally. Leading on to that, the second thing would be their engagement and working with others. So strong communication and team skills go hand in hand. And thirdly, probably flexibility, because the apprentice role is quite demanding, both from a geographical point of view, so they could be working with clients all over the UK. So one minute they could be working in their base location in Birmingham, but the next week they might have to go and work for a few months in London. So having that sort of adaptability and flexibility approach, that anything could happen at any point and they're willing to sort of bring it on, that sort of thing. Number one turn-off, I think, in terms from a recruitment point of view, is people who send very generic applications and they don't really show us why they want to work for us specifically, or more importantly, why they want to work in that area as an apprentice or as a software engineer or that sort of thing. So yeah, they need to basically specify what they want to do and where they want to do it. And so we recruit right the way year round, so from October right through to the next October. We recruit every sort of couple of months and hire people sort of February, May, July, September, November. And the best way to apply would be online on the uk.capgemini.com/careers. The job market in 2014, I think from an apprentice and graduate recruitment point of view, I think we are seeing a lot more people applying towards apprenticeships. This is becoming less of a stigma around apprenticeships, but more people seeing it as an alternative maybe to university or the world of sort of general work, and they want to sort of learn, study and work at the same time. So we're ever increasing the number of people we're hiring as apprentices as the demand for them grows, but also we're seeing the supply of them grow as well. In the graduate space, I think we're seeing quite the same number of people applying year on year, and we're probably hiring a similar number as well. So for us there's a heavy focus on the apprenticeships, but we still very much welcome graduates applying as well. Bringing people into the IT and technology sector, I think it's massively not just important for us, but the sector itself and generally the UK economy. I think in the last few years, one of the economies which has not really had a massive impact by the economic crisis is probably technology and IT. We've continued to hire at experience higher level and also graduate and apprentice level, and increase that hiring levels despite the economic crisis. So there are a lot more businesses that are using things like cloud technology or big data, because they want to know what their customers are doing. They want to know how to be more profitable, how they want to do things quicker, leaner, smarter, that sort of thing. So business and technology, we're working together quite well, and apprentices and graduates are heavily, going to be heavily part of that in years to come. So yeah, watch this space, I guess. We've come here today and heavily supporting the event because as Cap Gemini are quite a well-known name in the Shropshire area, in Telford in particularly, it's important to keep up that brand recognition, that brand awareness, but also it's good to meet the local people and see, from from school leavers, people currently at school we've met today, but right through to people who've got 20 years relevant IT experience, and discussed with them, you know, the relevant opportunities we've got at the moment. And we've got a couple of hundred roles across the country in experience hire roles, but we've also got quite a lot of roles on their doorstep in Telford as well. So we're recruiting apprentices, graduates and experience hire into Telford, so it makes sense to source, you know, local talent. So Telford and how that works well for Cap Gemini, I think we've got quite a lot of offices, we've got a lot of resource, and there's a lot of local talent in the area as well. And I think ourselves and, you know, the likes of Fujitsu are quite big employers in the area. And you know, our clients are able to, you know, we're able to work with our clients and outsource technologies to the Telford offices. And I think it just generally works quite well because there is talent in the local area, and we've got a lot of opportunities. So, you know, the supply meets the demand, and yeah, long may that continue really.